Hi, my name is Karen Lee, and today I will be talking to you about the implementation and scale-up research that we do here at the Prevention Research Collaboration. It will come as no surprise to all of you why implementation and scale-up is a priority for governments. If we want to have an impact on population health outcomes, we can't just implement small-scale pilot projects. From an equity perspective, we also need to scale up what we know works so that it reaches our most vulnerable populations. Here at the PRC, we have focused on three specific aspects of implementation and scale-up, that is, scalability, the process of scale-up, and more recently, sustainment. We also plan to introduce a new area of focus, that is, the complex program evaluation of scaled-up interventions. I will now briefly summarize these. Why do we need to focus on this concept of scalability? Because scalability is a very important first step in the process of scale-up. And while we want to scale up interventions, not every effective pilot that has been conducted can be or should be scaled up. We don't get many chances to scale up because it is so resource intensive and expensive, so we need to choose wisely. To assist with this important first step, we have developed a range of tools, resources, and methodologies. One example is the Intervention Scalability Assessment Tool, which was designed to be collaborative and practical for policymakers and practitioners to assess the scalability of interventions considered for scale-up. It has been very well received, and we have actively been disseminating the tool and training others in its use. The ISAT has had quite an impact in the real world. For example, it has been translated for use in French and Spanish. It has informed on the scalability of interventions both nationally and internationally in the area of obesity prevention and community falls, among many others. The ISAT has also received positive feedback in a recent systematic review of scalability tools led by Canadian researchers. Looking forward, together with our colleagues at the Institute of Musculoskeletal Health, we are testing the ISAT's potential as a prospective planning tool for scalability in the upcoming Active Women Over 50 Effectiveness Trial. In the area of scale-up, we are trying to understand the process of scale-up. There is a misconception that scale-up is a straightforward and linear process. Through our work, we are discovering that that isn't the case at all. We have also generated new resources on how to capture the scale-up experience in a comprehensive manner. We have conducted and continue to conduct training to a variety of stakeholders on how to scale up as well, and we have incorporated scale-up concepts in the subjects that we teach within some of the Masters of Public Health program. Through our work, we have generated new knowledge on how scale-up actually occurs in the real world. And to no one's surprise really, scale-up doesn't happen in that nice linear fashion that many process models suggest. In fact, we have identified that scale-up is influenced by a variety of factors such as the availability of funding, preferences, and values of key actors in the decision-making process. Through our training and teaching, we have built capacity in the workforce to enhance their knowledge of scale-up. In the next few months, we have new questions we would like to answer. For example, we know it can take up to 17 years for research to be translated in the real world, but does it also take 17 years to scale up an obesity prevention intervention? As we invest time, resources, and manpower to scale up, we now need to make sure that we can sustain those interventions for as long as they are effective. That is what our sustainment work has focused on, and we have completed a qualitative study on exploring the factors that are important for sustainment at scale. Again, we are starting to generate new knowledge and understanding of what is required for sustainment at scale. Moving forward, we will be looking at building capacity and generating practical tools and guidance using existing sustainment literature. Finally, an area that we see a great need for in the coming years as we start to scale up interventions: complex program evaluation of scaled up interventions. We know how to conduct evaluations of small-scale interventions, but evaluating a program that has been scaled up over multiple sites is not easy. Therefore, we would like to understand what is required to evaluate interventions at scale, how it differs to the way we currently conduct program evaluations, and what new knowledge we can contribute to this area and start building capacity in those undertaking such evaluations. And of course, none of this can happen without our wonderfully skilled, passionate and experienced team here at the PRC and our collaborators nationally and internationally. I cannot name them all, so here is just a sample of them. I am sure many of their faces will already be familiar to you. Thank you for your time, and in conclusion, if anything I have said today interests you, please do get in touch.